My family and I went to Disney World a couple weeks ago, and we used something there I've used before, but I was reminded while using it the power of marketing to something different than what everybody else does. Hey guys, I'm Wes. I'm a story brand guide. That means I help companies and organizations use the story brand framework to create clarity in their messaging. And part of that framework is something we call the internal problem, right? It goes deeper than what other companies market to. A prime example is Chick-fil-A, right? So McDonald's and Chick-fil-A market to the same problem, hunger. I want to eat something. But Chick-fil-A goes a little bit deeper and they market after feelings, right? There's such an emotional response about how people feel about Chick-fil-A because in their marketing and in their branding and in their company, they want to target how people feel about fast food, how people feel about their restaurants and the service and everything else. And those feelings are going to be far more compelling for people to your brand or your company or to your products and services than just marketing to the surface level problems. McDonald's is like $2.3 million a year open per store, open 7 days a week. Chick-fil-A is like $4.5 to $5 million per store per year, open 6 days a week. So I talk about the internal problem as something that we encountered at Disney World. So if you've been to Disney World in the last 4 years, if you've used something like this called a magic band, it's just a little bracelet. They make it so that kids, like our 3-year-old, could wear it. It's cheap, it's little rubber, it's waterproof, there's no batteries, there's an RFID chip in it that links to your mydisneyexperience.com account or to your mobile app. And this little bracelet controls everything. So you use it for your room key because you can check in from your iPhone and just go straight to your room when you get to the hotel. If you have a dining plan, you just tap it when you eat and it links to your dining plan for your credits. If you're buying something on property, even at Disney Springs, at stores not owned by Disney, you simply tap your Magic Band and you are able to pay for it with a credit card linked on file. What does this have to do with how people feel about Disney World? Well, Disney's primary audience is families, right? That's who they go after because that's who is going to love Disney World the most. But think about when you've been to Disney or you've been somewhere else, particularly like a hotel, and you've got the kids and you're fumbling around. Maybe you're getting back to the room late. People are tired. People are a little grumpy. Maybe they're a little sunburned because it's Central Florida, right? And you're just a little flustered or maybe you're just a little frustrated. And so what are you doing? You're fumbling around for your keys and maybe it's demagnetized because it got by your phone or you don't know where it is, or maybe you're going to the pool and you got to hide your keys and your stuff so somebody doesn't find your room key, right? There's that frustration there, that sense of being maybe frazzled, maybe that feeling of just feeling kind of out of sorts, like you sometimes are on vacation trying to keep up with everything. But all of that gets solved with this little device. Right? All of that gets solved because now I don't have to find my keys anymore. I can tap my wrist to my hotel room door and it opens. I tap my wrist and I pay for stuff without having to fumble around for my wallet and find where my credit card is or my debit card is. I can just tap my wrist and it's done. Right? It's super, super simple. Nobody's thinking about how frustrating it is to open a hotel room door with kids, but that's the kinds of things Disney thought of to solve the feelings that people are having with their experience. And now they have this incredibly robust system that supports this. Fast passes, hotel keys, dining plans, credit cards, everything is on this little thing. So what does that mean for your business, right? Not most of us aren't at companies, or most of us don't run companies the size of Disney. But what does that mean? That means when you're thinking about your products and services, think about how people feel when they're using what you already have, right? More than likely, somewhere in the process, there is a frustration, there's a sense of confusing, there's some internal feelings that are triggered as a response to your products, your services, and your brand. Companies that win are those that solve those feelings, that make those feelings better, just like with this Magic Band. They look for ways to surprise, delight, and serve customers by making them feel better by using the tangible products and services. So here's my challenge to you. I want you today, after you watch this, spend just 10 minutes and think about something your customers or your potential customers do as it relates to your brand. Find the parts where their feelings are negative as a response. Find those moments where they don't have overwhelmingly positive experiences. Then decide what is the way you can make those feelings better. What is it that you and your company can do to solve those feelings, just like with this magic band. When you do that, and then when you tell people you do that, you win. You attract more customers, you generate more leads. Ultimately, you grow your business. So do me a favor, in the comments below, just let me know what business you're working with and maybe what problem you thought of that you can solve for people, those feelings that are generated. What can you solve to make people feel better about your brand?